What up, and welcome, everybody. Welcome, man. It is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Yo, accelerate. If you want to jump in, my brother, like, yo, the link is in the fucking Discord. All right. You know, anybody wants to jump in, it's one of those streams. You know what I'm saying? We're like legit. I've been going through some shit, right? Like in your life, you have things that you learn and then you forget about later on, right? You have shit you learn about when you're younger about yourself. You learn things about who you are as a person. You stand here and you learn what makes you, what makes you tick and shit, right? Because I find it important to learn these things about yourself. Like you don't drink brown liquor because it makes you violent. You know what I'm saying? Weed makes you fucking lazy. Right? It does for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what it did to me. It always like had me on the couch eating a box of fucking Cocoa Puffs, going to fuck to sleep. Right? There's things in life that you fucking learn about who you are as a person. It's important that you learn these things. You know what I'm saying? It's important that you learn what makes you who you are. When I was a kid and I moved out of my mom's house, I was probably the first time I did, I was like 12 or 13 years old. And, at that point, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like my mom, she had real bad PMS and she would throw me out of the motherfucking crib and whatnot. And so, like, you spend a couple of days with your boys, you go out in the woods, you sleep on, you know what I'm saying, fucking pallet or whatever the fuck you could find. You went home a few days later. But during that time, you learn how to hustle, how to eat for yourself, how to feed yourself, how to take care of yourself. And as I got older, this kind of became a motif. You know what I'm saying? Last time I left home, I think I was like 9 or 10. I was like 16, 17 years old, something like that. I went out, we got a trap house, and we sat here and, I had my own room and everybody had their own shit or whatever. And we sat here and grinded and worked and hustled. And I learned things about myself coming up. When I need to fucking do shit for myself, I'm at my best, right? When shit's hard is when I'm at my best. And recently, I've had a female who's been taking care of me. And I haven't been at my best. I'll be honest with you. I kind of been at my worst as of recently. Not really worst, but like even before that, when I went up and I stayed with my baby's moms, I didn't have to pay no fucking bills. I was at my fucking absolute worst. I was sitting here drinking every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Not giving a fuck about shit. Not doing not caring about anything at all. You're not caring about myself, not caring about my looks, not caring about my fucking hygiene and shit. And the moment I leave and I go for myself, I get fucking better, right? Like my whole life gets fucking better and shit. Me as a person, I start working out, I start feeling better about myself. And so yesterday, I was sitting there and I was supposed to go to work. And I'll be honest, I got it fucked off, right? Thought about going to get some fucking, some strange pussy and shit. And I went back to my old crib, right? And I laid down in my motherfucking bed and shit. And I sat here and I thought about things for a minute. And it felt comfortable. I missed having my own shit. And I wanted to go to work. I put in some applications at some other places. So I could stand here and provide for my motherfucking self. And do the things that I want to do. I went fishing last night. I looked in the mirror this morning and I've been dumping weight off of me, right? Because like I've been a fat fuck for like the past probably year or so. And I've been on the fucking road. And I'll be honest with you, it's real difficult to stay in shape on the road. You eating in fucking truck stops and shit. But you got to learn about yourself to watch for those markers of when you fucking falling in them depressive states and shit, right? Legit. You have to learn about who you are to stand here and understand, to watch yourself for when you're fucking up And when your mental's fucked up, because a lot of times you won't know this. Like, you just won't know it off the fucking strength. Like, you'll just be sitting there one day and like you look around and not realize how you got there. But you got to watch yourself falling into these fucking holes and these traps and shit. And as a dude, I kind of been getting on that fucking level where, you know, I'm standing here and I'm thinking about things and I'm watching myself and I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about my surroundings, the individuals around me. And it's depressing, right? It's depressing how my life has become, right? Like today I stood here and I filled out an application. Memes, what up, my brother? How the fuck you doing? Ryan, Accelerate Gaming, what up, my brother? Ray, Adam Hawks, thank you for the $5 earlier, my brother. Now, y'all, I ain't got to be on stream for y'all to hit that StreamYards button. You know what I'm saying? You hit that shit on a regular video. Just donated it straight to my shit. It's appreciated, man. It really is. And where was I at? I was saying some shit, and it was kind of important, right? Oh, I was filling out a job application earlier, and they asked me for references. You know, I got one friend left in real life. One of the niggas about to go to jail. I got one homie left, and that's it. Like, and it's fucking sad. It really is. It's fucking sad and shit. Because life should be better than that. Like, life should be more than that. You should be out. I should be outside hanging out with motherfuckers like myself. I should be outside fishing and working on calls with my brothers. That's what we used to do. That's what shit used to be. We used to have motherfuckers around who you could hang out and spend time with. And these days, like, it just doesn't exist anymore. Like, you just don't, it doesn't, there's nothing about that anymore. There's no more of that shit. And I'll be honest with you, it's fucking sad that I'm fucking there. And realizing these small fucking things and shit. And looking at shit in this fucking manner. And realizing that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at my life and I'm going, man, listen, what am I doing? I'm working to pay fucking child support right now. And that's kind of fucking it. Like, I'm grinding it out to keep fucking bullshit bills paid. Like, what do I have of myself? I got some guns. I got some silver. And I mean, I got some imaginary numbers and some fucking stocks and shit. And by the way, if y'all still riding with me in that shit legit, man, I'm about to crack $1,000 on that motherfucker. And it started off at $250. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we is getting it done right now. I knew the move was going to happen, right? And I'll be honest with you, last year was the same type of deal. July's the move, you know what I mean, for fucking gold and silver. But sitting here thinking about things and looking at shit and understanding that, you know, my man said they snatched a $1,200 check from him, even though he pays his bills and pays his child support. I feel where you are. I do. Legit. These motherfuckers be breaking me all the goddamn time and shit. And I mean, they always be trying to motherfucking get right. You know what I mean? Yo, Yellow John. Look, dude, don't count on that shit coming through. Like, real shit. Don't even count on it. That's where the mental is at this point. Don't count on your motherfucking shit standing here getting better. You know what I mean? Don't count on the world changing. Because the world don't fucking change a whole lot. All right? You will remove or escape once the child support. Man, listen. Once the child support's over, and I'll be real with you, I got like 2 years left on one of my cases here soon. And I mean, he's fucking done. And then I gotta fucking go with my youngest son. That's only like $80 a week. You know what I mean? So that eliminates like 100 and some change. But I'll be real, man. It's not even so much that I'm stressing about the fact that I'm just paying the fucking child support. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Real shit. Yo, fucking, man, yeah, that's it. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I'm figuring shit out. I'm alive. You know what I mean? I'm eating, I'm chilling. I went and got me a fish sandwich and some French fries today. You know what I mean? Got me a thing of iced tea. Want my last smoke, but I gotta go get more. I got bread in my pocket. Ain't like I'm broke. You know what I mean? Just, yo, when you fall into that point, and you recognize it. I made a change. That's the thing, is I made a change. I said, you know what? I'm not going to stay up in the fucking mountains no more. Right? It's too far from all the shit that I need to do. I need to, like, be able to get a job where I'm home every night. I can go fishing. I can spend time with the kids. I can be around my fucking people and shit. I can be centrally located. I need to be able to be down among your shit. And it's fucking terrible because you want to fucking stand here and be out of the way. But the real problem is like real shit. I'm getting older, right? I'm 37. I'm not 20. I'm not 22. I'm not 25. I'm not 30 no more. All right. Even dudes hit the wall as far as ability to grind, right? Because you meet these old motherfuckers, legit, they ain't working as hard as you. All right, I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. I've been on job sites with old motherfuckers, man. I'm over here working circles around in my fucking late 30s. Bruh, like, yo, look, everybody slow down. It is what it is. And I don't have a problem with me slowing down, right? Fat Andy, what's up, my brother? How you doing? But I know that I can't grind out for 13 hours a day and drive 2 hours commuting to and from fucking work. I can't fucking do it no more. Like, it's not in me. Like, it's just legit. Sure to me, like, and that's the thing, man. It's like, yo, I would love to go back to working on the dock. I'd love to go back to driving fucking forklift or, you know, standing here fucking, yeah, like things hurt more. They hurt longer too, right? Right. And like, so, like, I stand here and I look at this shit, right? I'd love to go back, you know what I'm saying, to some shit where, like, I work for a fucking living. You know what I mean? We're like, you know, I'm building my body. I'm using my back to make my fucking paper. I'd love to go back to a point of where, you know what I mean, I'm fucking doing what I'm supposed to do. I'd love to go back to cooking for a fucking living. I would love that shit. The problem is you don't make any fucking money doing that shit. That's the issue. Right? And I'm not willing to just have my whole fucking paycheck go to the goddamn fucking child support people. But it comes down to it, you know what I mean? I can't fucking do it. I mean, I'd have to be independently fucking wealthy, and that's not even then. Like, I'd stop fucking grinding. I wouldn't keep fucking working if I had fucking money. You know what I'm saying? All right, yo, Accelerate. Thank you for putting that in there. You know what I mean? By the way, anyone who wants to get on the stream, real shit, you know what I'm saying, when I have a conversation, want to talk about things, you want to bring up some shit that's bothering you, whatever the case might be. You know what I mean? Fucking hop on Discord, in the motherfucking Discord, in the general chat is the StreamYards link. You know what I mean? You can hop right the fuck in. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, like you get old, right? You get old, you fucking, like, you feel that shit. You're not able to do the things you used to do. Like, my fucking knees hurting shit. You know, like, man, listen, I be iffing it. You know what I'm saying? If I could, like, I'll be like, man, can I wear socks today? I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? I ain't interested in fucking having that fucking, you know, you get that line and shit. You know what I mean? You getting worried, like, man, I'm gonna get a fucking blood clot or something. Like, yo, you get old, man. You ain't able to grind like you used to grind. You ain't able to fucking hustle like you used to hustle. It just ain't there anymore. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. But the thing is like, I don't want to fucking, like, get to the point of where I can't work anymore, right? I don't want to stand here and, you know what I mean, be on this fucking level of where, you know what I mean, I'm driving truck and I'm sitting there and I'm just fucking being a fat motherfucker and I end up on insulin and types of bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the fuck I don't want to end up on a bunch of pills to survive. Right? I really don't. But it's coming to that fucking point, which that's annoying the fuck out of me. Fat Andy, I'm pushing 51. I feel you. I feel where you are. Right? I do. Like, yo, I look at my pops. My pops is what, he's like 63 now, some shit like that, right? You know what I mean? And like, yo, he can't work like he used to. Yo, he tries to work like he used to. This motherfucker come home fucking hip hurting, shoulders hurting, all fucked up in the game and shit. Man, I came over fucking to my pop spot, and legitimately, I came in and this fucking house is trashed, right? So I fucking did his dishes, and I swept. And then I vacuumed, and then I mopped, and I scrubbed out the fucking toilet, and I cleaned the fucking bathtub. You know what I'm saying? I took the fucking trash out and shit. You know what I mean? Like, man, listen, you know, I'll be real. Like, I want to stand here. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, dude, Desert County, I feel where you are. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm gonna be if I fucking hit the doctor the way they want me to. And I can't do it. I don't want to be stuck on a whole bunch of pills and medications and all this bullshit, because I know my body will just never get the fuck off of that shit. I'd much rather get the fuck back in shape. And I'm trimming down. Like I looked in the mirror today. I'm looking all right. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm looking all right. I'm getting better. Right. And that's why I've been falling back off of YouTube, because I've been out here fishing and hiking and getting in the water and shit. You know what I mean? Going fishing, just getting out in the fucking woods. And I think that's positive for me. And I'd much rather do that. Legit. Mothman saying, man, listen. All right. I just got health insurance. It's the first time I had health insurance in probably like 5-6 years. I'll be real with you, because I usually don't have health insurance, like real shit. And even if you do get health insurance, the bitches, they don't fucking cover nothing. You know what I mean? Yo, it's still $30 for the doctor's visit. And I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. Paying like $80 a fucking week for myself. Not for my kids, for myself. Right? It's fucked up. Like it is what it is. Like, yo, and I don't want to end up on pills the rest of my fucking life. I don't want to be on that level. I don't want to fucking start to that fucking down that fucking path yet. I'm not fucking ready to start down that goddamn path yet. So I want to get in the best shape as fucking possible. I bought me a heavy bag. I got me some fucking weights and shit. You know what I mean? I got me a motherfucking, what the hell's that shit? What that shit called? Fucking, got me some fucking gloves and whatnot. You know what I mean? I've been fucking trying to sweat it out and get proper and get right and do what I got to do. Templar, got to do the math. I feel where they are. You know what I'm saying? Yo. For most, I'll be real. As a young pup, you don't need health insurance. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Masiara. Yo, dude, fucking links in the Discord if you want to hop on. You know what I mean? Yo, and Brandon, let me be real with you. Getting that money becomes more difficult, right? Because, how do I put this? Like, yo, when you're not enjoying your motherfucking money you're making, right? Like, for instance, like I'm gone all week. Right, I work like fucking Sunday to Friday and shit, right? And I'm home like Friday, Saturday, most of Sunday. And like Friday night too. And you're not enjoying that money. Like I got home at 10 o'clock on Friday night. Saturday, you know what I mean? I went out, did some fishing, hung out, lit a fire, caught me a nice big catfish. Life was fucking good. You know what I'm saying? I love going fucking catfishing and shit. And I sat here and I made a steak and shit. And that's enjoyable. But the thing is like, yo, when Monday comes around or Sunday night comes around, I'm like, yo, I don't want to go back out again. Why? I don't want to fucking go do this shit again. I don't want to drive to Baltimore. I don't want to drive in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't want to go fucking drive to goddamn fucking New York. I want to fucking be at the crib. You know what I mean? I want to be around my family. You know what I mean? I want to fucking stand here and like, you know what I mean, be out in the goddamn water and shit. I want to fucking be around the goddamn fucking house. You know what I mean? Doing the shit I want to fucking do. Right? Legit. I want to fucking be out in the goddamn sunshine. I want to feel sweat pouring down the sides of my fucking face and shit. I want to be out here. I don't want to be the fuck on the goddamn roads. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's a motherfucker. Like, yo, I miss legit. I used to have this life, right? I lived during, what was it? It was like during the 08 joint or, 08, 09 dip, right? Where I was working at a pizza shop part-time off the books, right? And getting a check. Then I was, you know, I mean, I had unemployment and shit. And I'd spend my nights catfishing and my days sleeping in the motherfucking sunshine and walking around and living my fucking life and spending time with my fucking kids and being the man I wanted to be, hanging out with my fucking peoples and shit. Like, yo, Midnight Bacon, what up, man? Yo, I don't know why the fuck it be deleting your comments and shit. I'll be pissed off. I'll be like, dude, I want to fucking stand here and like I tried to like your comment, it was fucking gone. Yo, this Tom Peace is really Joel Ortiz, right? Yo, I fucking, Lee Fuentes, I feel where you are. You know what I'm saying? I feel where you are. Like for my knees, man, like legit, I'll tell you what I do is like, I go swimming. You know what I'm saying? I go hit the water or whatever. What about buying a small homestead? Man, listen, all right, yo, look, I don't have like enough money to go buy another gun right now, let alone a fucking homestead. I got some bread. And I mean, I do. Like, I can fucking stand here and cash out some of the money I made. But, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking spend it right now. Because it's building value. And I'm fucking enjoying that shit. He said, I forgot my password. Yo, hold up here. Let me see if I'll throw it. Let me see if I can throw this joint in here. Paste. Here, fucking, I put the link in the motherfucking chat. There you go. All right, put the link in the chat. Anybody want to hop in, come hop in, chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? Yo, I would love to buy a small homestead somewhere, but the bitch is this, right? My grandmother has 1.5 acres of ground. She pays $6,000 a year in property taxes, right? You know what I mean? Like, yo, it is what it is. Yo, in Florida, desert coyote. No, I saw it in Ohio, though. Legit. Yo, that was Ohio. That was not motherfucking Florida. I thought Polk County was in fucking Ohio, right? And I mean, because it's over by Miami. It's in the Miami River, right? Which you think, if you think Miami, you think Florida. The Miami River, though, is in fucking Ohio. It's out by fucking Columbus and shit. Yeah, I saw that shit, man. I've been fucking following that. I'm waiting to see what happens. And I mean, legit, because I feel some sort of kind of way. That dad's suspect as fuck, though. I'll be real. Like, that dude didn't bring his fucking cell phone with him when his fucking son got fucking clipped after his dad fucking called. No, you're good, man. You know what I mean? Gaming Young said, I was not suicidal before. Man, listen, you know, is what it is. But yeah, man, like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I got 8 and I only pay $5,000 a year. Yo, man, PA's fucking ridiculous, right? Your PA's fucking ridiculous out this bitch. Legit, man. Property taxes is fucking retarded, right? And it's a person whose home is already paid to fuck off, right? Like, yo, you're paying $6,000 a year out of Social Security on some nonsense. Yo, Evil Dead Ed, what up, man? Fucking welcome, brother. Welcome. I paid $14.50 for 2 acres and shit. That's fucking ridiculous. All right, what up, man? Right? You know, but anyway. Like, it's kind of the point of like where you're standing here and, you know, like that sunshine hits you and you start thinking, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, fucking Fat Andy, enjoy yourself, right? You start working and shit, or you go out in the sunshine, that sunshine hits you and you start dreaming them old days. And I mean, where life was a lot better. Life was a lot easier, right? It was harder, but it was easy at the same time. You know what I mean? You start thinking about like the shit that you used to be able to do. Just got my taxes. Word, get it done, man. Get it done. Like, and you don't want to fucking live the life that you're living right now, which is a motherfucker, right? Because, like, yo, this life is not that bad. But on the same point, it's not as good as I'd want it to be. You know, and like, the thing is, like, I can't have nobody else looking after me because, like, I lose my fucking grind. I lose my edge. Like, I have to have hard times in order to be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Like, if I don't have fucking the hardest of goddamn times and shit. Like, if I don't have to fucking grind, if I don't gotta do some shit, I don't fucking get it done. You know what I mean? And that's fucking, it pisses me the fuck off that I'm like that. But it just is what the fuck it is. I don't want to be on the manner where, like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, how do I put this, man? Like, I don't do well, right, laying up under somebody the fuck else. I'm always at my best and grinding and hustling when I'm on fucking solo, right? Yeah, you got to be running uphill. You got to be standing here motherfucking like chained down. They have to have that yoke around your fucking neck and weight on your goddamn back, or you legitimately, you just don't want to fucking do it. It's fucking dumb. And I fucking hate that shit. You know what I mean? Because I'd love to have motivations for motivation's sake, right? I'd love to have a grind just for a grind's sake. I'd love to go like, yeah, man, I just like money, right? Because, like, I get it. I like money. And I like the freedom that money gives me. But I only appreciate shit that I earn. I've never appreciated a gift in my fucking life, right? Like, you remember when your parents or somebody bought you some shit? You ain't never fucking appreciate that. But the first time you bought that fucking car, right, your own shit, you was out there washing that motherfucker, making shit, changing the oil, changing the plugs and shit. You was out there getting it done. Yo, because you earned it. Because it was fucking yours. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's a motherfucker. And I might fuck around and lose some shit that's good in my fucking life because of the fact that I have to have a fucking grind. I have to have a reason for this shit. And it's fucking dumb. And it pisses me off. Sorry, shut my motherfucking door and shit. Right? Yeah. Everything tastes sweeter when you put in work to get it. That steak tastes way better. How about this one here, man? Yo, if you've never had this and you work for a living, like you really work, like you go out and you sweat and you fucking, you know what I mean, you make your goddamn money and shit. You go in the motherfucking shower and crack a goddamn beer, right? And clean your motherfucking sweat and your dirt off your body while you drink that beer. There will never be a better tasting beer in your motherfucking life. There will never be a beer that's fucking colder in your fucking life. But y'all fuck around, turn you into an alcoholic on some shit. Real talk. Real shit. There's nothing fucking better than that. You know what I mean? Yo, man, fucking Desert County. I feel where you are. I feel where you are. Like, I kind of want to stand here and, how do I put this, man? I kind of want to stand here and like, you know, I want to do local work. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, but I don't want to go into fucking Jersey, right? And that's my bitch. It's like, I don't, like, I've been fucking spoiled in my motherfucking, you know what I mean, in my time and shit. Yo, fucking, yo, Dingleberry, what up, man? Fucking, yo, yo, Veter D. Nah, man, nah. Like, yo, I'll be honest. I started doing that back in like 98, 99, back when I started grinding. What you mean by you got bread? Money. Bread's money, right? My pops used to say, yeah, when they come from you and nobody gave it to you, no handouts. Man, shit, feel you. Dingleberry, my brother, fucking nice to see you out here, man. Real shit. I don't know how COVID is treating you. I know they shutting shit back down in PA again, man. Fucking, I don't even know what the goddamn deal is. Like, shit's all types of retarded, right? That motherfucking shower bread. Yo, fucking New Jersey bend over, pay tax. Yo, it's not even that, right? Yo, New Jersey is like one of the most fucking thoroughly populated areas in this fucking country. Like, real shit. Fuck LA, fuck New York, like, yo, fuck DC and Baltimore. Legit. You want to see some fucking people packed into a fucking area, go to fucking New Jersey, right? New Jersey is one of the most ridiculous fucking places. And I drive a truck. So like standing here, right? Right? Like, yo, I stay standing here and motherfucking like when you go into Jersey and you got to pick up a load, especially in like South Jersey ain't bad. South Jersey is basically like the rest of the country. It's just farmland, suburbs, you know what I mean, scattered cities, whatever. North Jersey, though, is just an extension of New York City. And you're driving on these fucking roads and these bullshit ass fucking, you know what I mean, expressways and shit. And like, you got to fucking, like, they have the warehouses are right next to the ghetto. And like, you know what I mean, it's like highway, then ghetto, then fucking on warehouses. So you got to drive through fucking like residential areas in order to get the fucking, you know what I mean, shit. And it's not like residential, like, you know, suburbs and shit. It's like residential, like motherfucking hoods. And I mean, like city roads, the city streets, and a fucking full-size tractor trailer to go pick up some motherfucking load that you don't want to fucking do anyway, right? Yo, it's fucking, oh my God, I fucking hate goddamn going to New Jersey. It's like every time you get a load going to New Jersey, you feel like you got kicked in the fucking gut. Like, it's fucking awful, right? Yo, Gavin fucking Newsom, right? Sounds like St. Louis. Yo, it's not really like St. Louis. I'm going to tell you why. Because like St. Louis, the majority of your warehouses are on the outside of the cities, and your cities are big. They're wide. The streets are wide. In New Jersey, it's much more, it was built for horses and carriages, not fucking trucks and cars, right? So like, it's literally just not built for what the fuck we're doing. Man, listen, Dingleberry, dude, shit is fucked up out here. And this is why, like, I was doing this fucking stream, because I know a lot of people are hurting right now. Especially once you get to that level where you're not making no money and, like, shit's fucked up. Right, yo, Jersey is the highest place stolen car. It was a murder capital. Yeah, fucking Camden. Camden's a terrible place. But, yeah, man, like, when you don't have no money, it makes life a whole lot more difficult, right? But that's when you get to be at your best, though, right? Right, yo, Mr. Goatman, what up, man? Fucking welcome. Kevin Dugan, what up? Right? like Jersey, or not Jersey, yo, when you don't have no fucking money, like, yo, you grind hard though. Like, that's the whole different thing, right? And so when you stand here, there's still a lot of old guineas out there that just never moved, which I don't fucking understand. Like, I would have been rolled the fuck out of that bitch. You know, we did. Anyway, fucking, when you don't have any goddamn money and shit, and you're fucked up in the game, you'll work way harder and you'll feel better, right? Or you're just homeless. True, right? And people can adapt to anything. And that's something I've been noticing too, right? Like me and my pops were talking about this COVID shit. And I said, I think I fucking kindly just got used to it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just part of life now at this level. You know what I mean? It's something that, like, humans are highly adaptable and shit. You gotta have support. I don't know. I never really had a whole lot of support. You know what I mean? I really didn't. You know, fucking, I mean, like, now, yeah, I have some. I have way more than I used to. But, like, I never had support when I was younger. It was just me. Like, I'd go crash in a fucking hotel and handle my business. You know, I'd fucking get it done. I got a buddy of mine. He's staying in a fucking hotel right now. You know, him and his fucking girl. Like, she fucking lost both the fucking kids behind, you know what I mean, their dumbass bullshit nonsense. Right? And I get why he's fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, he's out on bail right now. Well, now he already got convicted, so he's waiting to go to fucking jail. But he doesn't go to jail because of this COVID shit. So he's kind of just sitting, waiting to find out what the fuck happens. And, like, yo, that's a miserable fucking life to live. That is legitimately the most miserable way to live your fucking life. Could you imagine? Like, yo, you know you're going to jail, but you just don't know when. Right? Like, for real, Yellow, no, I don't either. You know, I have no idea neither. I haven't met anybody like this, right? Like, I couldn't imagine, like, I mean, I can't imagine it because, like, I've been on bail, right? And you just, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you're like, fuck, man, I'm facing 12 years. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Like, I get that mentality. You can't plan shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't live your life. There's no future. Right? Imagine being on that level. There's no future. There's nothing to it. Right? And him and his girls on this level, they lost their place and they living in a hotel. Right? And they got a hotel room. And she's working at a convenience store. He's cooking in some kitchen somewhere. She has 2 kids she's not seeing. Like, she used to have custody of. But she lost that because, like, they lost their crib and they don't want to have the kids staying up in a fucking hotel and shit. Right? Yo, like, bro, like, could you imagine? Could you imagine that being your fucking life? Could you imagine your life being on that fucking level and shit? Like, yo, that's fucking bananas. That's some ridiculous fucking shit. And I go and I hang out with this motherfucker, right? I went to go pick him up, and I hung out with him. And, like, he calls me, he's like, Tom Pease, man, come down. I'm like, yo, what up, man? If I get down there and shit. This motherfucker's so fucked up. He looks at me, goes, what are you doing here? It's like, bro, I just talked to you 20 minutes ago. You gave me directions to the fucking hotel. And he goes, oh, I did? Right? Yo, Evil Dead Ed, you're going to jail. There is no working yourself out of that spot, right? And, like, yo, he stands here and he goes, I did invite you down. And I go, yeah, man. He goes, oh, man, what are we doing? I said, we're going fishing. He goes, I don't have my pole, man. It's like, I got a spare one in the back. You know that. And he goes, all right, man. And he gets in the car and I put him in the front seat and shit. This motherfucker's so drunk. The whole time he's fucking with me while I'm driving this shit going down the road. And I'm punching this motherfucker in the face and shit and throwing him into the window and whatnot. And he's giving me directions to a fishing hole down in his neck of the woods, which I'm like, yo, that's cool, right? And you're standing here and he gets up to this spot and he goes, pull over, man. And I pull over and this motherfucker goes, this is where my brother died. Right? Because his brother got in a car accident. His brother done smoked his kneecaps off, right? Like he used to be so bad on that motherfucking that fake weed and that motherfucking bath salts. Like he was down in the motherfucking whatchamacallit, he was in a fucking library bathroom. And he was drawing giant dicks and titties on the wall and shit. And we had to pull him out of the bathroom. What up, MC? Right? And his brother was dead long before this point, right? Oh, poor Bear Dog, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? You see her, tell her I said what up, right? Tell her I said I hope she feel better. And I'm standing here, and this motherfucker, like, yo, this dude had died long before he died, right? One of them type of people. Like, he wasn't the individual, because I had known this family since, like, we was in T-ball, since he was 4 or 5 years old. So I knew all of them. I knew this kid when he was a baby. You know what I mean? When he was in diapers running around and shit. And he was never quite right to begin with. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Check my slabs. I'm fucking, let me see what I got. Holy shit, man. We got some fucking donations and shit. Oh, yo, $10 from Irate Prostate, man. It is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fucking, man, listen. Thank you very much. It's appreciated, my brother. Right? I'm not going to hop into fucking Streamlabs right now because, like, I don't want my internet to fucking break. But yeah, so like, and then we get over to his fucking mom's house, right? And his mom standing here and she looks at me and she goes, you know, you got all those kids, you doing all this shit. Why aren't you fucked up like my kids are, right? Because the other son just got out of jail after he got done fighting and spitting on the cops and shit. Like he spit on a police officer and they gave him aggravated assault and shit. And on an officer. And so he did a little bit of time, you know what I mean? It was his first charge and shit, right? And I looked at his mom and I said, look, you know what I'm saying? It's really simple. It's because I keep a job. You know what I mean? That's why. Like fucking, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? And like this dude here, I love this motherfucker. This is my last friend I have left in the fucking world. And it says a lot that that's the last friend I have in the motherfucking world. Right? Like, yo. Oh, he's standing here, there. Yeah. I spit on the cat. Now you be called a hero on CNN. I feel you so much. I fucking feel you, right? But like, you know, I stand here and I'm like, yo, and this motherfucker ends up, when he gets out of the car, he has a bottle of Seagram 7 and 7. And he dropped it on the ground and it broke on the driveway. And fucking, he got so pissed off that he made me take him home and he didn't want to go fishing for the day. You know what I mean? Like that's really where it was at. And I feel some sort of kind of way about that. But I understand it at the same point. That's one of them, like, yo, when you get down to that fucking level, you get down to that deep ass, dark ass fucking place inside of yourself, right? There ain't no light down there. There ain't no fucking, you know what I mean? Like, how the hell are you gonna pull yourself off? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna pull yourself back to normal after some shit like that? Like, yo, this dude did motherfucking Simrise. What up, my brother? Yo, inside of the motherfucking Discord in my general is a motherfucking link if you would like to come in. Or here, I'll put it in the chat for anybody that wants to come in. Peace. Wow. Right? You know, yo, man, listen, my fam's out here. That's how it works. The family is the family. That's what shit is. But anyway, right? So the thing is, though, is that legitimately, when it comes down to it, it's all love and shit. And finding a way to stop yourself from falling into that fucking desperate situation is important before you do it. And recognizing when you on that path is important. I guess that's kind of where I wanted to go with this shit today. Or having somebody look at you and go, bro, look, you fucked up. You need to get your shit right. You need to fucking stand here and fix what you're doing, right? And that's the kind of mentality I wanted to get down to with this. Because whatever it be, you have to figure out a way to sleep with you at night. Like, before anybody else, you got to find a way to sleep with you. You know all that bullshit inside of your motherfucking head when you laying there and all you people out here on your motherfucking sleep tranquilizers and shit trying to, fucking put yourselves to bed. The real shit is this. You legit can't stand here, motherfucking, Silverback. Who the fuck is this? Hold up. Let me add this motherfucker to the stream.
What up?
Yo, what up, man?
Hey, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who the hell is Silverback?
All right. Who?
I don't know.
Oh.
We're gonna talk to him one second.
Silverback.
Silverback.
Hey, check this out. I've been trying to get a hold of you for about 2 months now to have a big conversation about Title 4D.
So I missed the first half hour.
About Title D.
By the way.
Title 4D, we were going to have a conversation. I listened to all your stuff, man. I saw the link. I clicked it, and I shouldn't be on the link right now because I can't talk to you with this, but I was just going to say hello, let you know I'm following you, and I can't wait for us to have that Title 4D conversation eventually one day. So I'll get back on the YouTube stream and just listen.
All right, my brother. Yo, fucking find me on Discord. All right.
You do, yeah.
Yo,
take care. God bless.
the link to my Discord's in there, man. Dude, you just get a hold of me.
Will do. Take care.
All right, later. Anyway, well, fucking Sargon and shit in this bitch, man. Listen. Anyway, Sinraj, what up?
What up, man? Yeah, I missed the first half hour of the stream.
Man, listen. It was mostly just memes. Turn the camera the fuck off, man. Or you're making my shit lag.
What? Oh, my
What does that
apologies.
mean?
Hold on. I'll take a more appropriate form. There you go.
There we go. That's better. Hell yeah. We need you in a dress.
It's a kilt. And boots.
Dress, kilt, semantics, man. I don't care what fucking country that dress is from. It's still a dress. All right.
So, it's all right. It allows for free air exchange.
I understand where you're at. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest with you, man. I got some like MC Hammer pants on right now.
Yeah.
So you're all about the
I'd wear
proper
a dress
cooling.
right now if I had one.
Oh. You don't like dresses?
Hey, you can always get those assless chaps, bro, and let the wind blow free, bro.
It's an option.
On the cheeks and on the testes, bro.
Hold on, wait a
Anyway,
second. It's 2020.
man, it has been forever, dude. Like
I know,
fucking
bro.
forever. Jesus, goddamn Christ! I've been begging to get you on fucking stream for like a year now or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just been bad timing, and the fact that
Fucking
I'm a
sick.
bad friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
I understand, man. You was up in the mountains and shit, like building shacks and fucking.
Well,
You know what
I'm
I
still
mean?
doing
Fucking-
that, but I got a little more time now.
Got you.
I happen to be
Fucking-
sitting down instead of up doing some shit, so it's a good opportunity. But yeah, man, I saw the title of the stream, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on, man? Kind of a bit worried about you. Are you just is this happening? Are you falling into desperation, or are you just talking about, in general, people falling into desperation?
A little of both, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What's going on, man? You just having trouble finding work?
No, I ain't even. Yeah, Gary. Like, you missed like the first half of the stream, right? So, like, I was standing here explaining about how, like, when you have to learn how to like recognize shit about yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You recognize, fucking, you shouldn't drink brown liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know what weed does to you, right? Weed makes
You're
me a lazy fuck. and sits in the couch.
attracted to crazy people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big
All
one
these
for
type
me.
of things. Right.
Dating
All
crazy
these
crazy
type of
women.
things. Yeah, you should know all this stuff about you, right? To begin
Yeah.
with.
Hard truths. That's what I call them.
Yeah. Right. Like all this stuff is things that you should know about yourself. But wait, hang on a minute, man. I forgot. Shit. I'm fucking got y'all motherfuckers like on my speakers and shit for no goddamn reason. Hold on.
Oh.
There we go. All right. So I guess where it was is that like, so I can't have like somebody else around me like paying the fucking bills and shit. right? Like I can't lay up under nobody else and motherfucking like let them do shit and not have it be my shit. Like I have to have like the weight on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Like, and yeah, like, so like, and every time I stand here and allow somebody else, you know what I'm saying, to try and carry that weight, I turn into a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Who's, you know what I mean, isn't interested in doing for himself.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of where the mental was getting down to, like, because I was getting down to like this box and this pot where I'm just like, man, listen, you know, I'm getting fat. I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like fucking working. I don't feel like grinding. I don't feel like fucking, you know what I mean, like living to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be lazy and lay here and not do anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
About
You mean like being devoid of purpose and basically just sitting around and jerking off all day while getting fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
The death
That's what I've done for a number of years.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
But I can't do that.
On a masturbation sabbatical.
You know what? You know the way out of that, right? It's not what most people do is they use. I see it as just an excuse, but what they do is they say, they want to wait until they feel ready. They want to wait until this is how addiction starts. You want to feel better before you actually get off your ass and do something, or go get what you want, or have that conversation, whatever it is that you want to do. You don't feel like doing it, so you don't do it. And then you self-medicate to maybe get yourself to where you might feel better, and then you'll feel motivated. That's all bullshit. You can still feel like shit and do something. You can still not want to do it and fucking do it anyway. And that's
these
really
things will give me the peak so I can get to where I need to do by making the decision. But yeah,
not worrying about how you feel and just moving. And that's not something that we teach anyone. No, it's not something we teach our kids. That's not something that society teaches. It's so imperative for that of go ahead and feel how you feel, but just move anyway. And a lot of it comes from, I think a lot of it comes from psychology. And you've made this point too, Tom, about people, getting on medications and stuff like that. And it's all in an effort to make them feel better so that they'll then be motivated. And that's the opposite. Once you actually start taking action and start doing something, you'll start feeling better. And that's just
what I had to do was like leave and put myself back on my ass where I belong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't sit there with a full plate of food, you know what I'm saying? And like pretend I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really where it's at. Like I can't pull my chair up to the buffet and just eat forever. Like once I'm done eating, I want to leave the buffet. It's kind of the deal.
Oh, I Raised Prostate said it. He said the self-esteem movement is wrong. It is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. You don't. Your children need to feel. They need to feel bad. They need to feel adversity. They need to lose. They need to feel what it's like to have no said to them. And because that's what builds character. And this is an old concept that used to exist.
Look at the basketball back in the 70s compared to now.
And if you don't have challenges, you're never going to learn how to overcome bad shit. And that's why we got all these people trying to burn down society. It really is because they've never had a challenge. They've been raised by bulldozer parents. They're spoiled as fuck, and they don't know what to do if things aren't given to them.
Well, we need challenges, but you don't want them to completely crush you. And just it seems nowadays that even like the smallest thing can sometimes crush you.
I don't know, man. It'd be giving me motivation. If I can get my ass kicked, if I can come back 10 times harder, whatever situation. If I can't do something, maybe do some research on it, whatever, and hit that shit like it's a brand new thing the next day or something, instead of letting it eat you up.
Right. No. Well, the thing is, you gotta have lows to have highs and everything, and sometimes it does take that rock bottom thing where it's just like you just hit rock bottom. You're like, just fuck it. Like I actually went out to a friend's birthday party last night at one of the Legions, and I saw a guy I haven't seen since probably beginning of the year, and dude, like I barely even recognized him. He freaking works in a shop. He lost 90 pounds since January, dude. Straight up keto. Because he told me, he's like, literally, I was going to work one day. He's like, you want to know what the straw was that broke the camel's back? He's like, I lifted up my foot to tie my boots, and I was having trouble breathing because his stomach had gotten so big, so tying his boots was tough. So he's like, fuck it at that point, and he just went hardcore, and dude, he's like 90 pounds slimmer. He's like, dude, I feel like a new man.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's getting him endorphins going, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing better than this is what I was saying earlier too. Is like I looked in the fucking mirror today and like I'm all tanned up. You know what I'm saying? I done probably dropped down about like 20 pounds or so since fucking May, June, something like that, right? You know what I mean? And like it feels good. It does. It feels good to be able to look in the mirror and not be fucking disgusted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like I was legitimately there. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, look, I'm getting fucking fat and sloppy, and this is fucking disgusting. My back hurts every fucking day when I wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't want to do shit every time I stand somewhere for too long of a period. My fucking thighs go numb. Like, nigga, I need to do something with myself. Yeah. And legit, I needed to put myself back on my ass again to be able to go do what the fuck it is I needed to do.
I sort of kind of did that about a year ago when I moved. I left a $60K a year job sitting on my ass writing code. Pretty easy job, all things considered. You know, I had a decent place there in the city, but things started getting so crazy. I started to see the writing on the wall. It's like things are too tense. I got to get the fuck out of this place, man. Cities are not a good place to be right now, and I saw it happen a year ago. Plus, I'm wasting away just sitting there. I'm working at a corporation that's slowly getting woker by the day, and I'm like, I'm gonna move back to the country with nothing. Basically no job. I got a part-time job, but I'd rather be poor and work hard and be outside
and happy too,
and be away from the city than have lots of money.
And you know, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like Pinoy, you know, he always talks shit about the whole agenda 2030, 72, fucking all that bullshit. But I mean, it's true. Like they want to hoard us all into goddamn the city. And then when anarchy kicks off, they could just murk us all in one, because we're all in one fucking place. So people are just falling into that check. Like, that's transit. You know, I ain't trying to be like Japan,
they can only murk you if you let them. All right. Yeah, and if you're not ready,
you're in the city. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm in the city, right? I went back down to the city. That's what the fuck I did. I left the country and went back down to the city. It's like I just, you know what I mean? I just couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep fucking living in the goddamn country because I was like, dude, look, I need to be able to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? I need to be in a place where I feel like I'm contributing, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I have to. You know what I mean? If I don't have to do some shit, I don't do shit.
Yeah. It's like you lose motivation. You know what I mean? Like I had that saying I made up when I was a kid. He's like, self-preservation is the key to motivation. And when you start letting go of yourself, you lose all fucking motivation because you ain't even making yourself, your body, your mind, anything better. So you're pretty much just like walking around like a fucking brainless zombie, like just existing. And no man that I know can ever like just exist without a purpose. All men have to have a fucking purpose. I'm not a female, so I can't just sit on my ass with my legs spread and expect everything to be handed to me because that's technically how we're doing it nowadays. Like even there's a lot of soy boys and all of them do the same thing. They just want to be like a female with their legs up, with their legs open, and like, oh, you know, fuck me, give me some free bands. Like fuck out of here. Shit, bro.
They made it okay. I think it comes from the
everybody gets a trophy. You know what I mean?
From collectivism. It's from the I don't know what is eroding away the idea of individualism. I don't know what came first. The collectivism causing the pussification of America, as George Carlin once called it, or if it's the pussification of America causing collectivism. But
I think that's exactly what it is. The latter, I think, is what it technically is.
What it is like, yo, it's what we've said since like I started this channel. Yo, females vote.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's certainly a big one.
Like, yo, females, you can't have people who are
they vote with their compassion, and they vote to give people stuff. Stuff that sounds real nice, but in the end, it makes for a weak society. Which we're seeing.
That's what I hate about. Yeah, that's what I hate about like the trad thoughts and shit like that. Because I like using the trad, cucks. It's just, they use that religion too goddamn much, bro. And I think that's what's fucking with people's heads. Like, oh, I have to be Jesus-like. Like, if you're a fuckface, I'm gonna tell you, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be all Jesus.
I have a problem with that because because it becomes collectivist too. As long as you just give it all up, then you're
Keep
going to
your
get
head
taken
down.
care of. And it's like that's
Right,
not
right.
really what I don't know. You read the Bible, that's not really what it sounds like to me.
Nah,
What I get from
exactly.
especially the Gospels is Jesus basically saying, "Be an
Do your
individual,
own shit. Exactly.
get
Don't
shit
be
done.
don't
You
be
don't
sheep.
need
Like
you
you
don't
said.
need the church. Do
That's
for
right.
yourself, and God will do for you." But
Put
yeah, I
blessings
find a
in your
lot of
shit. Ask for it.
collectivism in the church too, and it bothers me
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
it bothers me a lot.
Well, you have to remember, like, fucking progressivism comes from fucking Protestantism,
No, exactly. Yeah.
Does it?
right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Martin Luther, all that
the
bullshit.
progressive movement came from fucking the Protestant church. It's a
Yeah.
sect of the Protestant church that went rogue.
Yep.
Oh,
Back
so it's
in
just
like
another split.
back in
another
like
denomination.
17 some change, back in like 1700 something.
Right.
Like
Right.
fucking that's
Protestant
like I was trying to
Reformation.
explain.
all
Yeah,
that.
I was trying to explain to Excel fucking this fact, and he was like, no, this here, man, this is post-Marxism, and I'm like, no, you need to go fucking read
Way
about
back.
fucking FDR's vice president,
Ooh.
because he was no different than the woke leftist.
Was it kind of the whole all you need is love type idea, where as long
Exactly.
as you
One love, all that bullshit.
as long as
no.
as long as you're nice to everyone,
It was
everything will eventually work it out.
all cultures are equal, fucking
That bullshit.
anti-racist thought, fucking,
Right.
you know what I mean, pro homosexuality,
So making everybody
all this
feel
fucking
good.
shit.
We're all human beings, bro. There's no race, man.
As long as
No.
it's like getting rid of negativity or fighting a war on hate or not allowing anything negative into my life. That's like
Right.
it's
like you
all
sound like a
bullshit.
pussy, bro. Sound like a straight up pussy. Like, every time I hear some, I don't like the drama, grown ass man. I mean, I don't like drama either, but I'm not gonna be like bitching about it. I hate drama, that's why I don't do this. Get the fuck out of here. Like, be a man. Like, sometimes I want to fight. Like, I want to just punch somebody in the face. Like, I'm not gonna be like, well, I can't fight because I don't want drama. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
Me,
that's not what drama
I'm looking forward
is.
to that. No, it's more that
drama is
like
being passive aggressive or being like or not addressing a situation, just letting it build up and then just like spurging out or lashing out at people, confronting your problems, being straight up with people, like not being a bitch. That's not drama at all.
No, I know, but some people like
that's how you handle the drama.
Right. Where I live, there's a lot of people who like to run their suck, and that's all they do is like they're sadomasochists with this. Like me, if I have a problem with you, I'm gonna say it in person. I don't need to tell 20 people about you behind your back. Like that's female tendency, and I see a lot of niggas acting like grown ass bitches right now, bro. And it's getting on my nerves. Look at the Antifa, all these bitch ass boys, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You have to remember, man. Like, look, the vast majority of dudes are raped by bitches.
I know, and even the alpha fools that I know, dude. I know I was in county jail with him. Fucking dude would think he talk all that hard shit and all tatted up, all fucking essay and everything. Fucking, and I asked this dude like, who runs the household, and he said his bra did. I looked at him and it's like, is this mother? I lost all respect for him when he said that his wife was boss. I'm like, get the fuck out.
All right. Thank you for coming through, my brothers. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, that's like a trope. That's like mainstream culture. Like the woman runs the household, the man just does whatever. Like retreats to his garage with his man cave and like, all this.
The way that sounds to me, man cave sounds like go to your hole and don't go out until mama says you can come out. Like that to me, that sounds hella wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. If I have to escape from my wife, I don't know.
Separate from the house, and you can't make any decisions about anything but your little space.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. You can only think the way that you think in your little space. You can't bring it in the kitchen where I'm at because my vagina, like that type of shit, you know. The pussification of the nation, bro.
Yeah.
Carl, like, yo,
I don't, man. He may have been a bit of a leftist, but the dude was old school.
Who's that?
Yo, let me be real with you, man. I was never. All right. I used to be a fan of Carlin when I was younger. And now that I've gotten older, like I kind of look at a lot of what he says and I go, man, listen, you're fucking responsible. He's responsible for a lot of this bullshit.
Well, he's a boomer. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. He's just talking about his own people, technically, right?
Right. But they're like old. This is before woke culture. It's before like censorship and him, like people like him and Bill Hicks used to say shit that would be you just couldn't say it. Now they were leftists. What about Andrew Dice Clay? Nuts.
But what about Andrew Dice Clay? He's a leftist, isn't he? I mean, Andrew Dice used to offend everybody, but I'm pretty sure he was a Democrat. I'm pretty damn sure. You know,
he was a Democrat because he was a union voter.
Oh,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But that
like,
just
That's
doesn't
a
mean
different
what
type
it,
of Democrat.
I mean, it
his
doesn't
comedy,
mean
man.
anything anymore.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, right, right.
I mean, yeah, that may have been because I remember when I was a kid in school in like the 80s. I remember some of this like the environmentalist movement and shit, and a lot of the like revisionist history, denigrate America and stuff like that. That stuff's been around for a while, but it took a long time to kind of make it into the mainstream, to make it into like on the news and shit. That's only been the last maybe 10 years that you're really starting to see it, where they're really making moves, pulling out the stops and shit. And I really think it's a lot of it is because of Trump, and I think it's what a lot of these riots are really about. I think that this is all some sort of game that the Democrats are playing to try to get to force the government
Actually,
to act against Trump.
do you want me to explain it to you real quick? Because it's pretty simple.
Well, just let me get what my latest theory is real quick. Is that I just think that once the first riot started, them or even maybe before that, I think that the media has been kind of stoking this shit with their divisive bullshit, and I think right before the riot started, a lot of mayors and governors got calls from the DNC saying, "Hey, you please stand down, and this is what we're gonna do. We're going to push it so fucking far once the federal government gets involved and starts shooting people, and trust me, they fucking will. It's going to happen. Then they can use that to force the government to take action to remove Donald Trump. I think that's what they think is going to happen.
No, that's not it. Let me explain what's going on. All right. Do you know about the Bretton Woods Agreement?
The Bretton Woods Agreement?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so the Bretton Woods Agreement is a really important thing in history that a lot of people have no idea about. What it was in 1944 in Bretton Woods, Connecticut, there was our State Department brought together the heads of the nation's ambassadors from all over the fucking world. All right, in this hotel, and it was like shit, like it was terrible. It was a terrible place. Nothing worked. Whatever the case might have been, but they stood here and they had two things that they wanted the fucking world to do in order for the United States to continue to help them. They said, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand here and we're going to have our dollar be $32 an ounce, and you're all going to tie your currency to it. And we will maintain that $32 an ounce in perpetuity to be able to allow your currencies to have value, right? Second one is they allowed the entire world to fucking have all their fucking trade completely protected by the United States Navy, which was the only one still floating after World War II, after we fucking bombed out Japan and fucked up Britain and Germany and Russia and everybody else. And basically, we said, we will protect all your trade routes, which is the whole reason for World War II in the first place, because all these countries, they were out here like fucking building empires and shit, like the British Empire, the French Empire, fucking Spanish, fucking German, right? They all had colonies where they'd stand here and they'd fucking, they'd have manufactured goods, or they'd have goods or raw materials brought back to the home country. They'd manufacture it and sell it back to their fucking, respective colonies or whatever the case might have been. Right. And this is how things work. So what they did is they stood here and they fucking, they said, look, we'll allow you to trade with anybody you want and go get whatever good you want and manufacture them in your country and bring them to the United States and sell them into our general market with no fucking tariffs or protections on it. All you have to do is help us fight the Russians.
Okay.
It's that simple. Right. And this order lasted until now. It still exists today. That's why we're the world police. That's why we defend everybody's trade routes. Trump came in and, all right, so like after the fall of the Soviet wall, George Bush stood here and said, the 1,000 points of light and the whole new world order thing. That was him trying to get us to have a conversation about what we wanted to do with this massive structure that we had. And, he was, the head of the CIA, head of the State Department at one point, fucking ambassador to fucking China and fucking Russia and all these other places throughout his tenure. He was the perfect guy for the fucking job. So we fired him, right? And sent him packing. And we brought in Bill Clinton, fucking George Bush and Obama, and none of them wanted anything to fucking do with international trade, right? So Trump comes in and goes, look, 8% of our GDP is tied to fucking exports. 8%. And 50% of that is Canada and Mexico. Why is it that we're continuing to fucking have this massive navy that we have to protect everybody's shit with? Right?
Right.
And so he's killing the world order. We have less troops deployed right now than we did in 1920. We're ending NATO. We're ending fucking, you know what I mean, all the bullshit obligations we had, right?
Sorry about that.
Yep. I don't know what the fuck happened. Right. You're cool. We're ending all the obligations we had, right? And basically all these companies, right, that are all going woke, they have fucking these sweatshops out in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? In some of these bullshit countries that we're not going to do trade with anymore. And so they're fucked. So they're trying to be woke and push all this bullshit into motherfucking and try to push all this bullshit against fucking Trump and, you know what I mean, for all the nonsense, right? So that's what's going on. All these fucking Democratic senators, they want to continue these fucking wars. They want to continue us doing our protection, this fucking all of our protection for the whole world.
Huh. That's a good theory.
No, it's real. Like fucking, like I've been reading these books about this shit. Fucking like, you know what I mean? Like not so much like, you know, fucking Trump's here to kill the world order, but legitimately that the world order is coming to an end because we don't need it. And no reason for us to continue to do it while the rest of these fucking countries continue to talk shit to us and tell us all types of reckless nonsense.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, and that's what's going on. That's the reality.
And so how do the riots and shit play into it?
Like, yo, they're building up all these fucking riots and this leftist fucking activity, right? Because like, yo, they want fucking Trump out of fucking office, and you know, I mean, they say if he can't handle the domestic shit, which is what presidents usually do, right?
All right. Well, so we're both right. What I was talking about, how they're trying to get him out of office. You're talking about why, so they kind of fit together. So yeah. Like this is the big thing. Like, for instance, you know, like Adam, you know who Adam Schiff is, the guy who fucking did all that fucking nonsense with the fucking Russiagate hearing. Well, like, yo, he gets elected. His fucking guys who are contributing to his campaign are individuals who are making the fucking guns that are being sold to the fucking Ukrainian fucking military. Wow.
You know what I mean? So of course, like, yo, fucking, they're gonna be pro-war.
Right. Of course, yeah. I mean, they, when Trump, what was it? He pulled troops out of what was it? Syria?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, when they immediately started talking how it was a terrible idea and he's going to get people killed and all this stuff.
Yeah, like that's what all this shit's about. And I mean, like I did a whole video on Adam Schiff's gun running Ukrainian fucking Ukrainian gun running fucking political fucking contributor, right?
Well, it's not even just Schiff. Apparently, Biden and a bunch of fucking Democrats are involved in it.
Yeah, like, yo, for instance, there's a massive
Obama
fucking drug trade.
Is not getting he's not getting involved. He didn't get involved. He's smart about that. He gave Biden full control and then stepped back. But yeah, he's not implicated, but he is implicated in the whole what do they call it? Something gate, spying on the Trump campaign and shit. And
yeah,
all that bullshit.
Right, but like, you know, like fucking, so all this shit here, legitimately, you know what I'm saying, is shit that nobody wants to have a conversation about because, like, all right, so what happens when you now have to pay $50 for a pair of jeans because it's made in America?
You're breaking up. What happens when you now have to what?
When you have to pay $50 for a pair of jeans because it's made in America.
Nobody buys jeans.
I feel you, right? But again, like, we have to have an adjustment of how we think about America.
Yeah.
Right? Like, America is the only country with fucking millennials. Almost every other country in the world, including China, all of Europe, Japan, most of the Asian fucking countries, Brazil, Canada, don't have millennials.
Why not? They just stopped breeding? What happened?
Yeah. Well, like, all right, so most of Europe all moved into the cities after World War II. Instead of having agriculture and, you know what I mean, farming and shit, they all moved into the cities because they needed handouts because everything was bombed the fuck out.
Right.
And like, yo, so having kids inside of a city is a luxury. Having kids on a farm is something that helps you because you have more hands to help you move fucking animals around and bring in shit, you know what I mean, from the harvest, whatever the case might be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you have like 3 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment in fucking Munich?
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, it's almost like in the end, humans really aren't ready for living in cities. Like, we don't know how to do it right. You just can't. It's totally unsustainable.
Yeah.
When you think about it, like the history of the human race, you know, the however many hundreds of thousands of years we existed before agriculture. It's agriculture and large populations have only existed on this planet for the last 10,000 years or so. The rest of human history was small tribes of hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
And it just, we went from, when you compare it to the whole of human evolution, like, this is a very recent thing. And if you look at the last 10,000 years, literally every single civilization has collapsed. And it looks like we're starting to really see the cracks in this one. I think, though, that I don't know. I think that rural areas will be able to survive. A lot of them, like the place that I live, back in the
I don't think
1800s
Brandon,
and shit.
I don't think Brandon knows what Mesopotamia is.
Mesopotamia? Oh no.
No, I don't think.
Mesopotamia is gone. They failed.
Mesopotamia wasn't a city.
Yeah, every civilization. History is littered with the bones of civilizations.
Okay.
Anytime humans tried to get together in large numbers and build cities and live together, it failed.
Okay, so let me explain something. First off, Mesopotamia was not a city; it's a region, right? Mesopotamia had a bunch of cities in it: Babylon, Sumer,
right.
Mahapatet, whatever the fuck it was. There's a bunch of different goddamn cities and shit inside of Mesopotamia. All right, Mesopotamia is an area, right? It wasn't a hub; it was an area. Okay, and all of those cities fell mostly long before like fucking they had the problems of, you know, I mean, mass population issues because they got conquered by other places. But a bunch of cities did. How about this one? Here's a good one. Egypt. Egypt's an awesome example of what happens to cities, right? All right. So Egypt and fucking Hotep, fucking the Hittites. Egypt and the Hittites. All right. They all came up in the same area in the same way. They ended up having a problem of where they stood here and had a massive river valley where they could grow a shit ton of crops to be able to feed these cities, right? Mm-hmm. And so the cities grew and thrived and whatever the case might be. But eventually it got to the point where all the artists and government and bullshit motherfuckers that were bred off of the goddamn fucking wheat that was grown in these motherfucking fields and shit ended up fucking collapsing the society because it couldn't fucking hold up to the amount of individuals who were eating said wheat.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Food production and population are tied like directly together.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like fucking you have to study, man. Like motherfuckers need to study about shit. Like, dude, I understand.
I study.
Yeah, like people, like most civilizations fall down before, you know, I mean, they start running out of kids. But Rome again had the same problem. Rome ended up running out of fucking children, right? They didn't have any fucking kids. They weren't, you know, I mean, able to field armies, so they paid for other people's armies who ended up, you know, I mean, going, well, you know what, man, fucking, why would we continue to stand here and just take your money when we can take all of your money?
Yeah.
Like, yo,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, that's
in the area I live, back during the gold rush and after, there was like 50,000. Right now there's like less than 5, but back then there was like 50,000 people in this area, and it was all self-sustaining. They all the fields around here were food production, and they sustained a population much bigger than there is today, right here in this little basically little valley, feeding the miners and stuff like that. And the city hasn't. There's no city here. It's just a township or whatever. But it has not grown in 40 or 50 years at all. And but all that space is still there. All those fields are still there. And in places like this, if cities start collapsing, which I don't see how they can't, they're going to survive, you know, and they're going to be pretty much walled off too, and not going to be letting a lot of people in.
Well, cities are unsustainable, right? Like they're unsustainable things. Like we've never figured out how to make cities a long-term viable option for shit. I mean, granted, we've had places like Rome, which has been constantly fucking whatchamacallit, lived in, habitated. Fucking what the hell would you? I don't know what you would call it, but we've always had people living there since 500 BC. And I mean, you've had London that's been there since 400 AD.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of fucking places that are like that. You know what I mean? That have been constantly populated since then. But like, the reality is it waxes and wanes as it should. But they're not a long-term solution to things.
No.
And there's too many people.
It's not going to get us to be. Yeah, it's funny because it's sort of a catch-22 because in order to do big things, you need lots of people. But once you have lots of people, it's harder and harder to do big things because there's too many goddamn people. And I think it's just a failure of the human psyche. We just don't know how to handle each other in close proximity for very long. You know, people just start going crazy, and they start losing things like values and traditions and stuff start kind of fading away, and people have nothing to hold on to, and they start burning shit down.
Kevin Dugan says I sound like I'm getting hypnotized by these technocrats. I'm really not, right? But I'm like adding new information, right? For instance, geopolitics is something I've been studying a lot recently. Like, did you know the United States has more navigable waterways than the entire rest of the world combined?
Wow.
Yeah, some crazy shit, right? Something like fucking like 16,000 fucking miles of navigable waterways in fucking America, right? And the rest of the world all together only has like 26,000. Like the whole world only has 26,000, right? Like it's bananas, right? It's some fucking crazy ass shit that I've been learning about, right? And stuff that I've been standing here, like figuring out how stuff works and how societies form themselves in different fucking regions and cultures and fucking geographies and things of this nature. I think it's fucking an awesome thing to study. I think it's cool as shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, so when you stand here and you have these type of like fucking, you know what I mean, you start learning about shit like this, it kind of adds a new layer onto the understanding of how shit goes. KRS-One gave a cool speech one time. He said, if you walk into an auditorium and like a regular person walks in, you know what I mean, who's just like whatever, you know what I mean, just a fucking office worker, they see a bunch of chairs, a stage, a podium, and a microphone, right? You know what I mean? But if a plumber walks in, he sees like all the pipes going across the ceiling, and he knows exactly what type of pipe that is. He knows the elbow, and he knows the fall of the pipe, and he knows what type of PVC that is, or fucking, you know, what type of coatings on the outside of it. And you see a lighting technician walks in, and he'll see, you know, like fucking, he looks at the lights and he knows what type of fluorescent bulbs they are and the ballast and, you know what I mean, what the voltage and wattage is, right? And the same thing, a painter walks in, you know, he sees the color paint. It's not just white, it's eggshell, 24, off-white, whatever the case might be, right? And like, you didn't notice any of this shit because you don't have fucking words for it, right? And that's kind of where I'm at with this, you know what I mean, like this mentality of learning as much as you possibly can, because the moment you start having the Los Angeles River is not navigable, right? But the moment you start reading, you know what I'm saying, and learning about new shit, it adds a new level onto what you know. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've always been that way. I've always been the kind of person who's I'm kind of interested in everything. And I notice I notice everything, you know. I don't necessarily, know how to do everything, but like I'm very aware of how shit works, and some of the minutia that people find boring and uninteresting. I'm like, but that's how shit works. That's how society operates. That's how a city operates. That's how commerce works. Like, and it's not complicated shit. It's just a matter of interest, I guess. For some reason, my brain can't focus on one thing for very long. I like to learn a little bit about everything, and I've always been that way.
Yo, no, I did not see Chris Cuomo misquote KRS-One. I'd punch that motherfucker in the mouth. Like, I swear to God. Yo, KRS-One's one of my favorite dudes, even though like he's kind of iffy. He's been protecting pedophiles for fucking years and shit. But then again, I heard maybe like he got fucked by that pedophile when he was a kid. I'm gonna check out that fucking Los Angeles River thing. I will check it out. Right? Like, I know it's not navigable. Like, me personally, I'm pretty. We'll look it up. We'll see what the hell's going on and see how long it is as far as that's concerned too.
I don't know if you were.
What up?
I don't know if you're interested in adding another book to your reading list.
What?
But I got one for you. It's called Ishmael.
Okay.
By a guy named Daniel Quinn.
What's
and
it
it's
about?
weird as fuck. It's about a gorilla who learns how to telepathically communicate. And he puts an ad in the paper, and some ridiculous thing about saving the world. And this guy sees this ad, and he's like, "What is this bullshit?" And he doesn't know it's a gorilla till he sees him. And it's really, the book is just a conversation between this dude and this fucking gorilla, and it's all about the history of civilization, and it's fucking amazing. And I haven't read it in a while, but I would highly recommend you read it, and I would really like to know what you think about it. It's a weird book, and it is fiction technically, but it's mostly just a conversation, and a lot of it is just history and the kind of this gorilla's take on what man has done over the last 10,000 years.
Like, yeah, I've been listening to this dude. What the fuck's his goddamn name? Shit. God damn it. Peter Zehan, right? Peter Zehan. I forget how to fucking pronounce his name. But he has 3 books. I forget what the first one's called. The second one called America, the Accidental Superpower. And the third book is called This United Nations, which is what I'm reading right now. And I already read fucking America, the Accidental Superpower. And it's fucking awesome. Like, if you have a chance, you should read it. Like, just in general, read both of these books. Like, just the amount of sheer knowledge in these books are fucking amazing. And because what it is basically this dude.
I'll look that up.
Yeah. This dude, America, the Accidental Superpower, right? And then the other one is Disunited Nations.
Excellent Superpower, the next generation of America, preeminence of the global coming global disorder. Nice. Yeah, then there's another book by this guy, Absent Superpower.
Yep.
Disunited Nations, the scramble for power in an ungoverned world.
Yeah.
This guy, Peter Zehan.
Yep. Zehan, something like that. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it, to be honest with you. But yeah, like, it's an awesome, like, this guy is fucking amazing. Basically, what he is if a company's looking to expand or do manufacturing, whatever the case might be, he's the guy who they come to ask about the country itself. And it's like inner workings and political structure and geography and like where they should build these type of things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's like fucking, you know what I mean? That's like some amazing information to have as a regular citizen.
The kind of shit you wish they would be required reading in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
But that will never happen.
I feel you, but like, yo, like, for instance, he breaks down China in a way I've never seen anybody break down China, as far as like going through each individual section of China, its rivers, like the projects it works on, its fucking international trade problems, its deep sea abilities or lack thereof, the surrounding first chains islands around it, and all this shit, right? All the things that they fucking do. You know what I mean? And explaining why it is that once America leaves the world stage, China's fucked.
China's fucked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're going to collapse under their own weight. That's what I think.
Well, it's not. Yeah, like they don't have any way to get anything back to their country because you know what I'm saying. Danny Rice, what up? Fucking, they don't have enough fucking people, or they don't have enough of a fucking navy to be able to stand here and actually get shit back to their fucking country from like the Middle East or wherever the fuck it is they need to pick up supplies from, because they don't have any of their own.
Hey, it's Excel.
I know.
What up, fam? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Chilling.
I heard you talking about the Bretton Woods agreement.
Yeah,
and
like
how Trump is tearing down the entire New World Order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, it's one of those things like, it goes back further, right? Like we can start with the Federal Reserve, World War II, all that kind of crap. Nonetheless, yeah, Trump's definitely pissing a lot of people out. I just think there's like a power vacuum that's being created by everybody just saying fuck Trump, and a whole bunch of people are trying to jump in on it. Now, granted, the usual kingmakers are the ones that are going to slide in, but nonetheless, like, I don't think this nonsense out of the academy. This is one of the things I brought up. Like, I'm not sure that this nonsense out of the academy with all these Antifa fucks out in the street, like, I don't know who's using who, right? Is it the media and the Democratic Party using them, or are they using the Democratic Party and the media?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both, and Tom Pease is right. It's the New World Order people trying to set up a one world government, and Trump is getting in their fucking way. So we know the why, we know the how, but the real question is, what's going to happen? Is Trump going to win?
Yeah, because the American people are ultimately isolationists.
Not the election, but is he going to win?
Yes.
Like, is he going to be?
Look, it doesn't matter, right? Think about it like this, right? Because the Democrats talk just as tough on fucking China, right? And the rest of the world. The Democratic base doesn't want more war.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what they've gotten away with for so long is people getting elected saying, oh, of course not. Like, even Bush was like, no nation building. And what'd he do? Started one of the biggest nation building campaigns in American history. So the strategy has always been get somebody that will lie to get elected. And then when they get in office, they're just going to keep perpetuating that neocon foreign policy. Trump has not done that. For all his faults, and I wish he would have gotten out faster, just the fact that he hasn't started any new wars makes him better than the last 3 presidents.
4,
yeah.
Right. Both Bushes, Clinton.
Yeah, both Bushes, Clinton, Obama, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's pissing people off, especially what happened with Syria, right?
So
like,
do you think the election is going to be one of these things? It's like the last American election in a long time, where Trump just kind of stays in office. And what is it, presidential order 50 something, where they essentially suspend everything and Trump just stays in office? Or do you think it's going to calm down?
He's not going to do that.
I wanted to mention this, right? Because you said that it is really also, we have all the food and water. I wanted to mention this too, right? This is another big part of, like, if you read that book, something that's in it. He actually gets into the point of the quality of the lands outside of the United States, right? Like our Midwest, our breadbasket has better and more arable land than almost all the rest of the world combined too. Right.
We also have amazing farming techniques to make sure that the soil stays fresh.
Well, and here's the cool thing, right? The rest of the world, like China, none of their land, all right, legitimately has the ability to produce crops in the way that we do, because they require 3 times as much fucking fertilizer and fucking pesticides and shit put on their fucking ground in order to make their shit arable.
Right.
Right. So like, they have to bring in natural gas and all the shit that they use to be able, like for nitrogen and things of this nature, to be able to fucking, make their shit, whatchamacallit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those people that thinks China is gonna suddenly swell up as a superpower. I think they're just gonna continue doing what they're doing and do their best to abuse America as our politicians will allow them to.
So do you think things are going to calm down and things go back to normal, or what?
If we can have this conversation, they will.
I think this is the new normal. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe
I think we're gonna lose a city or two, and then people are gonna wake up hard.
I think that you're gonna have a generation of young people that grew up on this, that are just that and young people, they generally distrust whatever the authorities are telling them. So I think the people coming in after Generation Z, they're gonna have very different opinions than our current group of millennials in the early Gen Zers.
But how long can the unrest in these cities continue before it becomes a real emergency?
Well,
cities start to collapse
as
people move out. I mean, New York has already had an $8 billion tax shortfall, right? That's a big deal. That's a lot of fucking money.
It sucks,
and
but
people are fleeing cities right now as we speak.
In that sense, cities are going to fall. Cities are going to fall the same way like Detroit went from being a wealthy industrial center to one of the worst cities to live in.
So just gang territory.
And it was all because of democratic policies.
Right.
And so the same thing's going to happen in these cities. So in the name of saying, and they're doing this, I mean, you guys already said it. The reason they're letting this go on is because of Trump. That's it. It's the only reason they're just letting.
They think that they're going to be able to use this to get rid of Trump.
Yeah,
somehow.
I mean, well, they set up the catch-22, where if Trump does nothing, he looks weak, right? But if he does anything, then he's encroaching on the rights of the state and the city.
He's a tyrant.
So so just the fact that they're going after very specific members of these activist groups that have been starting riots and attacking federal buildings, and they have agents out there detaining these people for real crimes they committed because they are wanted and have warrants out for their arrest, I'm sure, at some level.
Oh, yeah.
The headlines are secret police abducting people in Portland, which is not true, but
and by the way, Brandon, look, man, I didn't say fuck you. I just want to tell you, look, you're terrible at streaming. All right, legit, you be talking over niggas and shit and saying ridiculous stuff. I want to put this up on fucking Anchor and fucking Spotify and shit when this is done with, right? So it makes it really, really difficult to do so when, you keep hollering out, like nonsense over the top of Sinrise, who's willing to have a really good conversation. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't talked to Sinrise in forever, and I wanted to have a chance to have a conversation with him on some normal shit because the guy usually brings out the best in me as far as shit's concerned. Just wanted to put that out there real quick, right? I feel you. Like, yo, legit, you complete me, man. You know what I'm saying? You have me at hello. Right. That.
Well, I respect you too a lot, man. I always watch your videos and shit, and I feel you're one of the few people out there, like, with an opinion that really gets shit. That like, if there really is a zombie apocalypse, man, I hope we can be on the same team. I hope we could defend our compound together. You know what I mean? Because we need people like you.
Do you guys need some time alone in the green room? I mean, I could hold down the fort. You guys can go bang it out.
Yo, fucking Killing check any of my videos. There's a link to the Discord in all of them. All right. I don't know if it's in this one properly because like fucking StreamYards and YouTube be all fucking retarded and shit. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, there's always a link to my Discord in all of my videos. All right.
Oh, thanks, Desert Coyote.
Yeah. Yo, Sinrise is awesome. He's always been awesome. He's been around since the very fucking beginning and shit. You know what I mean? And by the way, yo, I'm at 2,360 fucking subs or some shit like that.
That's amazing. That's amazing you gained anything after you hit, 2,000 and YouTube perma-banned you and didn't give you a reason? Or permanently demonetized you for no reason.
Yo,
Just
Ryan, I'll
as-
be honest. I'll make that trade, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, because Excel never wants to fucking stream on the nights it's time to get it done. You know what I mean?
or you go live at 2:30 in the afternoon when I have to fucking work.
This is when I had time to do what I needed to do.
I
what
know. I get it. It's totally fine. It's just, yeah, life and COVID. Not to mention all that shit you were talking about. You're still trying to figure out how to get a fucking job you don't hate that's not just paying child support. That sucks.
Like, I make less money now than I did running rail boxes, being home every night, working 5 days a fucking week. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, I got another promotion I didn't ask for. Did I tell you that, Pinoid?
Congrats.
Of course you did. No, you didn't. But I figured you probably.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, what happened was they downscaled our department, but then moved us out from our little call center area of reporting to corporate data science and analytics. So like, I'm under a whole different organization that has different job codes, and they're just like, "Oh, you're getting a raise."
Oh, good. That's fucking important.
Nice.
Meanwhile, I did nothing today at work at all. Literally no work. That was a weird day, but there was just nothing to do.
Wow.
Yeah. I sat and watched I'm still working technically. I'm just staring at my Outlook, and there's no emails. It refreshes by itself.
Right.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I've been mostly driving for work, driving like hour, because everything is an hour and a half out of this town I live in. So that's mostly what I do is drive around.
Man, I'm surprised you haven't hoarded yourself out for some independent contract work.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's
you probably just don't want to go back to doing that shit, do you?
Well, no, not really, dude. I don't want to sit inside all day and stare at a screen. That's why I fucking left the city and left that job, because that's what I was doing. I mean, granted, it was real easy, but that's that's how I am, dude. If it's too easy, I start to self-destruct. You know, I have to be. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have to.
That's what this stream was started.
Some work to do, some like real work. I have to build something. I have to create something. And writing code. Well, I thought creating websites and shit would spend my creative energy, but not in the way that I thought it would. And after not having any sort of fucking fulfillment at all, plus being held back in a job what I should by all rights have excelled in, was killing me. So, you know, I'd rather be out with a weed eater, I guess, making the lawn look nice than writing code. I don't know. I'm crazy that way, but this is how I am.
I'm with you, dude. This is where I am. This is exactly what I'm saying. I would rather be outside breaking rocks with other rocks than fucking be stuck on the goddamn wheel all day long.
Yep.
You lived Office Space Sunrise.
Yeah, kind of, dude. And it wasn't even a big company. It was just like 10 people or 12 people. But even that, you know, it's just. Plus, I mean, if it might have been different if they had allowed me to actually do more than what I was doing, give me more responsibility, anything at all. That might have changed things if I could move up and have more of a directorial, role and shit. But none of that was ever going to happen, dude. I spent 2 fucking years trying to make something like that happen, and it's just cold shoulder everywhere.
Yeah,
so I could go crazy trying to do this, or I could just get the fuck out.
Sounds like a Southern Californian tech company to me.
Yeah, some people can do it. I'm kind of jealous of people who can just put their head down and be happy, but I don't have that ability. You know, I'm nuts. I'd rather dig ditches. People look at me like, "What, dude? You had a nice job in an air-conditioned office every day, and you went out to fucking work on a ranch or whatever? Like, you're crazy." Well, yeah, I guess so. Or maybe that's how I keep from going crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I was just living in a city where I was surrounded by communists all the time, I'd probably need to get the fuck out too.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, looking over my shoulder, like, just walking in downtown Long Beach, like, man, it's just not. I don't feel comfortable down here anymore. It used to be fine. It used to be chill, but now it's like, god damn, there's just many crazy people running around.
I don't know, man. I'd much rather be in the hood than like. I don't know, than like around like regular white folks. Like, they bother me. You know, what I mean, like I'm staring out.
Well,
the back.
everybody kind of bothers me a little bit.
I feel it, but I'm staring out the back door, and there's like neo-Nazi bikers out here building like a tiki bar in their backyard and shit. And I'm just kind of just standing here going like, I don't want to fucking be here either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking be somewhere, but like not there. You know, I don't know. I want to be by my fucking self, but close.
Yeah,
to
I would say like, you know, it seems like you need to find one of those places where you live 30 minutes outside the city in the middle of nowhere, and you've got your own fucking cabin, your own fucking lake with your own fucking boat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places like that.
Yeah, I know a couple. I've been trying to get into a fucking one or two of them, something like that, you know.
Well, so they're harder to find like up in the Northeast just because, you know, the history and the population density and everything. But you move into the Midwest, like if I drive 15 minutes to the east, it's fucking farmland. There ain't shit.
Yeah, I know. I've been to your fucking city. It's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your whole area between Kansas and like Illinois is fucking trash. Like, just, I don't know. Missouri and Illinois is fucking just all garbage. I don't understand.
I disagree. I think Kansas City's a pretty decent place.
I don't like any of it. I don't know. I don't mind like the Missouri Ozarks. I could move there and live there.
Yeah. Anywhere there's trees. That's my thing. Pine trees and oak trees. Like I'm comfortable here. The smell of the dirt and just the climate. I don't know. It feels right. It feels like home.
See, it's the same thing, dude. You can move to like Jefferson City and then, well, be 15 minutes outside of Jefferson City and be in the Ozarks.
Yeah, like the Ozarks.
30.
And I mean, like right by fishing, catch catfish all day long, fucking hang the fuck out. But my thing is this: I don't want to like where I was at, right? Do those neo-Nazi tiki bar dudes have a Twitter? I don't know. All right, because like I'm just
I want to hang out with them.
You know, they're all sketchy as fuck.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm not into it, man. You know what I mean? I'm just fucking not into it. I don't like that shit. I just like I go down to where'd I go to? I went down to like a little fucking ice cream shop, right? Now, right, I went down to this little ice cream shop on 11 and 15. They have like soft serve ice cream. I love me a fucking chocolate vanilla twist cone. I think that's the shit. You know what I mean? But like the fucking people there stare at me like I'm some type of mutant or something, right? And it fucking annoys the shit out of me because like I can go down here to the hood and I go to like fucking Mdos and shit and I'm fucking gravy. Like and nobody bothers me. Like I don't fucking understand. I can go up here to like most other places. It's just I can't go out where the Amish people are.
Next time when they all stare at you, just be like, don't worry, I'm Italian. I think as far as I remember, we're still white.
And they go what month it is.
Yeah. What happened in the last election? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're still white. We're good.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking ridiculous. You know? Yeah, I love some soft serve fucking ice cream, dude. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand. I'm a fucking fan. All right. Like I'll go out of my way for soft serve fucking ice cream. Legit.
The Dairy Queen dipped cones, man.
I'm with your ideology there,
you
bro.
know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah,
they dip it in the like what is it, like the magic shell stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good back in the day. Now that should have you have a diabetic coma and shit.
That's what it said. Like I never fucking buy ice cream. I'm too old for that shit, man. Like plus like I'll just see it and be like, ice cream. So like if I'm gonna get it though, I'm gonna go out to like Dairy Queen and get exactly what I want.
Yeah. These days I'm just like I just want some cold water, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, more often than not, that's the case.
So hot. Yeah.
I'm like I have to have like milk to chase down ice cream because it's too rich.
Yeah.
Even vanilla, it's too much.
Not like and here's my thing, right? Anytime around here, if I see a white dude, all right, with a fucking bald head, a pair of fucking jeans on that fit properly, and a fucking chain from his wallet to his fucking belt buckle and shit, legit, I immediately go, oh, he's a Nazi, right?
Doc Martens.
Yeah, like you just know immediately, right? You're just like, man, listen.
A lot of those skinhead types, though, they're actually not Nazis. They're sharps.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a sharp is.
You never know. There's a lot of those back down in LA, like the music scene. You people see people
Yeah,
like that walking
well,
around.
there
but
used
they're
to
all
be
drummers or guitar players.
yeah, they're all fucking Nazis now because they don't like communists.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
if you're to the right of Mao, you're a Nazi.
Like the punk scene's a joke. They've been kicked out.
let me put it like this: where I am, all right, it's a different scene than where y'all are at, right?
Yeah, I know. You said you have real white supremacist skinheads in your area. They don't exist here.
Right, like yeah, fucking like we have like actual white supremacy. Like Dingleberry knows, are all those biker guys Nazis? Yo, man, listen, have you ever met a biker guy who was black? Right?
Yes.
Dingleberry has never met I promise you, he's never met a biker guy riding a Harley who was black. Now you'll meet black bikers, but they'll be more fucking whatchamacallit?
Assholes?
Yeah, but they'll ride like fucking Suzukis and Yamahas and shit.
Yeah, crotch rockets.
Yeah, they'll ride like fucking crotch rockets.
I hate those guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish dudes ride.
So bikers in around here, with few exception, they're just suburban Joes that LARP as bikers on the weekend.
Yeah, they ride to the Starbucks. They take their loud ass bikes down to the fucking Starbucks and hang out in their leather shit, drinking fucking lattes. And then they ride back, and then they put the cover back on their bike and go inside.
Yeah, see, like that's the thing is like fucking art. We have those guys too, right? You have like the fucking dentist,
yeah,
who rides his bike on a fucking weekend. We have those dudes, all right, and whatever. I don't fucking care about those dudes, right? Fucking Dingleberry, they're all Puerto Ricans. Yeah, they all ride crotch rockets and shit. I know a bunch of them. They're cool as fuck, right? I got no squabbles with any of them guys, right? Right? There's no fucking the bikers out here are actual like bikers. Like once you get farther outside of the city, they're not like weekend riders. These are like pagans and shit, and fucking guys who actually belong to real clubs.
Sons of Anarchy.
Not like Sons of Anarchy. More like they sell crystal meth, and you know what I mean. It's fucking yeah, and like they all fucking run their colors and shit, and they go out and they squabble on the weekends or whatever. They're a pain in the bit.
Really, I think you just described Sons of Anarchy, the whole plot.
I might have. Yeah. Dingleberry knows, like, yo, fucking, like, that's how it is. Like, there's actual bikers around here, like real, like legitimate actual bikers. Like, they work for the unions and shit, and you know they sell fucking whatever on the weekends, and they have like their little biker club hangouts. You know, what I mean, that's what they were building. They were building another biker club hangout in the backyard of this dude's fucking house and shit. And all the bikers were there helping them put it the fuck up and shit. They're just a pain in the fucking dick. You know what I mean? I don't like fucking dealing with these guys.
I think the problem is nobody wants to live around meth heads.
No.
Yeah, and they always want to fight and shit. You know what I mean? Every last one of them. Like the tough guys the tough guys I don't worry about, but like it's the little bitch motherfuckers that always want to squabble. And then you hit that little bitch in the mouth and knock him the fuck out. All of his real tough guy buddies come the fuck over.
And you're like, God damn it, dude, he started it.
Yeah, that's where you get to. Right?
Like, sorry, man. He's part of the club. You're gonna have to take your fucking beating. We know he deserved it, but
yeah. Or like they're out here at the pool halls hustling and or the fucking bar hustling pool.
Yeah. There's I don't think there's much any of that up here. It's mostly retired people, rednecks, and just kind of miscellaneous.
See, I can deal with dirty white people. I love dirty white people.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those around here.
I love them. There was none of them up here. None.
But they keep to themselves. They keep to their drama in their trailer park, and that's about it.
I can deal with dirty white folks. I love dirt. I make my living fucking dirty white bitches. I'm fucking with that ideology, right?
You need to check out Northern California, man. You may find a home up here.
Right? Like, yo, but there was just none. There was not one. It was all like prim, proper white folks. Or, you know what I'm saying? It was like every white bitch is a Karen, and all the dudes were like 110 or bikers or fucking just Amish people. And
dude, like down in Long Beach where I used to live is all like blue-haired, crazy looking, you know, skinny chicks, like just wall to wall, just blue hair everywhere. That's all you see down there.
Yeah, like I mean, fucking, I'm not with that shit. I don't know, just there wasn't. I don't know, man. It's not fucking for me. And I mean, it's not my neck of the woods. I never really got along up in Perry County real well. I'll be honest with you. Perry County's like they keep to their own. You know what I mean? Like fucking, they're separated from the rest of us by a mountain set, and it's very, very rural and backwoods. And they don't really come down to our neck of the woods, and we don't go up to their neck of the woods. So like everybody else on the East Shore, you know what I mean? Like, you know, fucking a lot of us commingle and mix, and you're running the people you know almost everywhere. You can get 50, 60, 100 miles outside of where you are. You'll still run into people you know. But like fucking up there, you'll never run into somebody you actually fucking know. And it's strange like that.
Sinrise, you remember 20 years ago, you'd go out, if you would see some young bitch with dyed hair, full of tattoos, like that was a signal that chick was down to party and fuck. Nowadays, you see a chick like that, and it was like, she's probably going to want affirmative consent before I can even, like, give her a hug.
Exactly, yeah. You just don't even bother, you know, especially if you're white and male.
Yeah,
and
you're actually
short hair.
Yeah, you're actually better off with just, like, finding chicks that look normal.
Just go to church.
Yeah, go to church. Yeah, go to church.
You're still not a guarantee, but there's a much higher chance you'll find just a regular girl. Like, I don't even know if that that means much anymore.
I bet you could show up to church and just be like, I don't really believe in any of this stuff, but I'm just here to find a woman that and people that are down with traditional family life because I think that's important.
Well, most of them would probably accept you. Have a seat.
They would probably accept you. Just sit down, have fun. Listen,
churches
listen
are
to the
usually
gospel
pretty
that you don't
accepting
believe in.
because
Yeah, I know.
That's part of their whole thing. You know, they're all about love and positivity and attracting people to come in and make their lives better. So
yeah, like Dingleberry, he lives in an area, right, that is kind of like the Badlands between the suburbs and the rural areas, right? And so, like, I used to live right up where he lives at. I loved it up there. It was fucking amazing. It was like the best place ever. Like, fucking Jesus Christ, I fucking hate goddamn fucking, like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure how to, like, it's Mennonite country. You fucking, like, yo, you can't fuck Mennonite bitches. They're impossible.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so
they have values.
This goes back to something like I think a while ago, maybe me and
they want you to marry them first.
Yeah, well, yeah, those like Mennonites are one of those religions that look down, right? Like they're always about like, oh, you're a sinner and like snuffing out the sin. And we're talking about the kind of churches that look up, where it's just kind of all about self-betterment and, you know, being happy with yourself.
Yo, Brandon, we're not talking about Rumspringa, right? That's different. That's Amish people, right?
Yeah, that's
Mennonites
Amish.
Don't have fucking Rumspringa. Mennonite females, I don't know, man. Like, yo, you got to be part of their clique in order for them to get all wild and crazy and bananas and shit. And it's just, I don't know, man. Fucking, it's a miserable goddamn lifestyle. It's not fucking fun. There's nobody to hang out with. How about this? I was in a town where there was no bars.
Wow.
Mennonites can't even make furniture.
Really?
They're just they're just Amish, but worse. Like even more boring.
Just sit on stumps and stuff.
They'll use a little bit more technology and stuff, but it's
So I want to go live with the Amish and learn how to make furniture. That sounds like fun.
There you go. Oh, I can see it. I can see Amish Sunrise with like a big long beard growing out, hair growing super long, wearing the hat. You should do it, man. Dedicate a year of your life to live amongst the Amish.
Yo,
I'm just here for the woodworking.
You have to shave your mustache and get you a straw hat.
Man, that makes a lot more sense than a lot of things these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of Catholics out here, but like not as many with the younger generations. Like there's not a lot of younger fucking Amish females or Catholic females and shit. You don't meet as many of them as you used to. Legit. You know what I mean? But anyway, yo, look, man, I've been going for about 2 hours and I'm gonna shut this bitch down because I want to go get a pack of cigarettes and I need something to drink. I'm out of drinks and smokes, and that's not fucking positive. So, like, yo, I want to thank everybody for being on tonight. Brandon Masseria, motherfucking Goddamn memes of destruction. Sin Rise, my brother Excel. Thank you everybody for coming the fuck out. Y'all know the deal. Thank you for coming to support the channel. Thank you for coming to check on me. It's appreciated. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, y'all know the deal. Yo, fucking go check out Insomnus. You know what I'm saying? It's really important. Make sure you sub to Excel's channel, which is my backup channel, the Gorilla News Network and shit.
There's actually content going up there now, so
yeah, man, fucking he's actually
every Saturday.
Nice.
Goddamn, you know what I mean? Anyway, in the meantime,
Good shit, you
I'm gonna holla at y'all motherfuckers. Enjoy your night. Peace be like one.